wanted to look at this video, maybe just briefly. It's Kago Gaming. He's talking about boosting being 100% dead in TBC. This was a shocking change to see especially with no comms. It tells me they're 100% killing boosting.
Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today we have some very interesting news, to say the least. We have ran into some very peculiar changes that they didn't do a blue post, they didn't do anything. I believe this happened last Monday, and it affects the PTR here live on TBC. It has to do with the anti-boosting and the tech that they're going forward with, and because of these changes, I think that it is 100% an intended feature, and it is going to be live. I already believe that because I don't think you upload a PTR with that stuff, but a lot of people believe that maybe it would. It was just like they did the last patch they had for TBC, and on the last patch of TBC they had this feature there, and that is true, and that is something people were clinging on to, but I genuinely believe boosting is 100% absolutely going to be dead.
Okay.
You will not be able to do any of the solo farms, the solo boosts, because they have changed ZG. So you'll see later in the video that with my ZG test that the crocodiles are in fact immune to slows after 30 seconds, and they will kill you. So it is very important that you know that. As far as that, we will also go and test slave pins as we always have before. We will go out to slave pins and we will give it a test also. But
so this is kind of the same news that we were reviewing like 2 months ago. I think what he's trying to say is Blizzard made it so mages can't solo farm with Blizzard in instances. So after 30 seconds of using Blizzard, Cone of Cold, stuff like that, the mobs just become immune to slows and they just chase you down and kill you. Right?
I think that, me personally, I'm not one that is opposed to boosting. I think it ruins the game in the sense that so many people just do it. I have shared my feelings on it. It also really hurts the people playing the game and actually enjoying it. If you want in-game simulator, I'd recommend something like Fellowship or Retail World of Warcraft. I think Classic is very much so about the journey, but those are my personal feelings, and just because I feel that way does not mean everybody else has to feel that way. And one thing that is a massive casualty of this is the ability for players to go in there and solo farm. So like, because it's designed to nuke boosting, but collateral damage is the players who either wanted to boost themselves, who didn't take place in the want to sell boost market or want to sell all this stuff market that we see take over so rampantly. Like I point out all the time on stream when we're just leveling Night Slayer, like I don't see anyone saying LFM looking for people to do things at all. I just see want to sell boost, want to sell boost, want to sell.
So I think boosts are probably not a good thing. Having said that, like last TBC, I leveled in slave pens just farming it, and I thought it was super cool, unique, and fun. At the end of the day, this is probably a good thing because there's a net positive. Having said that, my mind gravitates to, is this the best thing? It's a good thing, but could there be a better solution, right? That's the first thing I think about. And I think, to me, a better solution might be if there's someone lower level than you in your group, like say you have a level, you know, someone's level 70, then you have like a level 60 you're boosting. The level 60 gets 0 XP. So you just kill boosting that way. Seems like maybe easier. Then people could still solo farm and boosting would be stopped. Am I missing something? I feel like that would just be better, but maybe I'm trolling. I don't know. I mean, this works, but I don't know if it's the easiest or best way to do it.
Boost is literally all I see, and it sucks for the player to see that, and it sucks that it has gone so far and so rampant among the player base with that. But that's just my personal thoughts and feelings on it and where it sits. But I genuinely believe that this is 100% launching because they had that small patch Monday, and now the anti-boosting tech is in play. So first off, I'm going to go to the slave pins just to show you that it is still like that, and then we will head over to ZG, so I'll see when we get there. Alrighty, so as you can see, we're back on our level 61st template copy that is right out here in front of the good old slave pins, and now we are going to pull these greater bog socks right here, as we always have, and you guys are going to see that they will become unimmune to our slows after 30 seconds, unless, you know, I haven't actually tested it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go.
We should start a stopwatch.
It'd be wild for them to enable it on ZG but disable it here. So we just, you know, blizzard them. When they get back to us, we will frost nova them, and then we will go towards the door so we don't have to run all the way back here. Oh, as you can see, they're no longer able to be slowed. Damage tick, they're still here hitting us. So that pretty much every single dungeon is like that, and every single solo farm boost is dead.
So if you're just a mage doing slave pens in a group and you're casting Blizzard, they're immune after 30 seconds to all slows. I think it's still a net positive. I just can't help but think this is the stupidest way you could have solved the problem. Why not just make it so that people couldn't get boosted? If you have a 70 in a group and you have a bunch of 60s, they get 0 XP. I'm just so, why not just do that? Then mages can still solo level themselves, kind of how they always have, but then you don't get boosting. I don't. You solve the gold problem as well this way. So basically, there's bots, like mage bots, that are probably farming slave pens 24/7 and then selling the gold. Is that what's going on? Yes. Okay, so they're trying to solve two problems. They're trying to solve boosting and gold farming at the same time, and this one solve fixes both. I just think like no slows after 30 seconds. You're like running out of a dungeon. You're a mage. You blizzard. It doesn't work even in a group. Ooh, let's think. Okay, let's think about this. The first way to stop boosting, I think, would make a lot of sense. If there's too much of a level gap, the players get no XP. That seems like an easy fix there. Okay, so how do you fix gold? Let's all just think for a second. How would you fix the gold problem without making it so mages can't slow after 30 seconds? I'm just giving it like 30 seconds of thought. I mean, I guess like a quick brainstorm would be like, if you do more than 5 dungeons a day, the silver or gold drops exponentially. So per character, if you're doing more than 5 a day, it just like tanks. Like that's maybe one idea. I don't know. If you're in a dungeon solo, the gold tanks as well. That's another idea. But then they would maybe bots would then fill the group with a bunch of level 60s that just AFK in there. Just trying to think like just off the top of my head here. I think the idea that if you do more than 5 dungeons a day, the gold drops. Can anyone poke a hole in that? Is that a bad idea? Just like is that a bad idea? I like that. Like I feel like that's kind of like if you do more than 5 dungeons a day. So even if you're a singular person, you can only get the benefit of 5 farms a day. If you're a bot, then you can only do 5. Like you get ruined. You can't do it 24/7. Botters would just use 20 accounts. Huh. I don't know. I still have the feeling that like making it so you can't slow a mob after 30 seconds can't be the smartest way to solve this problem. Am I the only one that thinks this? I feel like this is just not like, that just is crazy to me. I like that it solves the problem, but I'm just trying to think there's got to be a better way to solve the same problem, right?
because of that. Paladins still can do solo farms, but they're going to be doing like 3 or 4 mobs at a time, which it still could be efficient, but they're not going to be able to pull the entire dungeons for things like Stratholme, as well as the anti-EXP things are also in. So if you have someone who is 10 levels and the mobs are gray ahead of you and they come in here and they try to do these farms, even if they can kill them, you are still not going to get any XP for boosting. So this is why things like SM might be able to survive the enrage run till you hit them, RFC, stuff like that, but you are going to be getting like 9-10 EXP per go. I tested it with a friend for Ragefire Chasm and it was absolutely worthless. Them on a level 8.
Yeah, guys, so when we were playing hardcore yesterday, or 2 days ago, in Zul'Gurub, we had a bad pull. Wheat Elf slowed and blizzarded all the mobs into Frost Novas. That would not work on TBC because the mobs would be immune to slow. That's just, I'm sorry guys, that's just stupid. Like, maybe I'm a mage player complaining here, but like, what? I'm not even talking about farming, by the way. I'm talking about just mages in a group. You overpull and you're slowing on your way out. That you can't even do that. Like, that's just like silly. I don't know. There's got to be a better solution. There's got to be. No, it is stupid. Okay. Yeah, it's dumb. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page here for most of us. Like, there's gotta be a better way to stop the bots from farming gold than making it so mobs are immune to slows after 30 seconds. That's just crazy. I don't know.
They're level 10 that they copied over, and me on a level 70 just blasting through it. So the anti-EXP stuff is there, so boosting is 1000% dead, and them changing it on ZG without giving any blue poster communication really tells me that it is as well.
Someone in the chat goes, Blizzard killed Blizzard.
So, but without further ado, here's ZG, and I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, so here is your anti-boosting test for ZG. Apparently, after, we made a video about a few weeks ago highlighting that this was still available, and they have, with no comms, apparently put this on. So I'm showing you guys right now if they become unfrozen. We're on a level 70, so it becomes a little easier, but we'll be able to see if they become unfrozen and come right at us as part of the anti-boosting tech, which would imply a lot. If I'm being completely honest, it would let us know that they intend on making that the entire thing. So if you're doing giga massive pulls or you are a lower level, it will not work. So as you can see, yes, these crocodiles are no longer being.
Okay, once again, I'm all for no boosting in ZG and stuff. I agree with Kago Gaming that, like, the classic's more about the journey, so, like, just paying someone to AFK boost you, it's just kind of whatever. Like, that's fine. But what I feel like is not fine is this solution. I feel like it's just so janky. I just don't like it. That's way less than 30 seconds. We could time the video, so... The first slow, I guess, would the Nova count as the first slow? It's probably like right when that first Nova hits. So right here at 5 minutes and 29 seconds in the video, probably the Nova. And then they're still slowed at 5:41, so that's 10 seconds later. They're still slowed at 5:50, so that's like 20 seconds later. They're still slowed at 5:55, 5:57. Yeah, it's exactly 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. Come on, guys, can we really not brainstorm something better? Okay, so if you're in a dungeon solo, but then the bot, like, the thing is, the bots are just smart. They keep evolving. If you're in a dungeon solo, then they'll invite a bunch of their friends and then rotate each one through. So it's like, how do you actually fix this without this? It's a cat and mouse game, exactly, yeah. Does this affect outside mobs as well? I would assume it does not affect outside mobs. And my guess for that would be something like Blizzard has an easier time like reporting bots in the outside world, because players can just spam report them and it's like really easy to detect, but it's probably harder to find bots in instances because players don't report them as much. So you'd have to like manually go through like thousands of instance IDs till you find someone like botting and like whatever. So it's probably like Blizzard's thought process, if I had to guess, would be something like, let's eliminate bots in dungeons so that we can focus our efforts on bots in the world. And that would help a lot. Like that's probably their thought process, right? I still don't like it, man. Come on, there's got to be a better solution.
You can see, yes, these crocodiles are no longer being resisted, and they are completely immune to it. So yeah, as you can see, even as a level 70 mage, it is impossible to farm ZG mobs right now. The anti-boosting tech is in play, so as you guys can see right there.
Wait a minute, is it 30 seconds on the pull or 30 seconds from the first slow? If it's 30 seconds from the first slow, you could probably still grind with ZG. You would just pull with a wand, make sure to not slow any of the mobs, group them all up, Nova them all, and then Flame Strike, Cone of Cold into spam Arcane Explosions and kill all the mob at level 70, and you could still do this. Yeah. Could for sure still do it. If it's from the first slow, this actually wouldn't actually help. Something like that would for sure work, right?
It does not work anymore. So ZG is off the table. I'd imagine this will apply for Karazhan 2 as well as the other ones. So it is what it is, guys. I don't know if me covering it was the direct reason.
Someone said Turtle WoW has also nerfed AoE farming. How did Turtle WoW fix it? Out of curiosity, maybe they have a good idea. Honestly, I'm just trying to like brainstorm. What did Turtle WoW do? Maybe their idea was better. Yo, OMG Goonie, thanks for the prime. Same way? Oh, really? They nerfed it the same way. They made slows not work? They nerfed Blizzard? Oh, they made it not work as much, so the slow is 20%, so you can't like kite as well with it. Well, I mean, if Turtle WoW and Blizzard is doing this, maybe I'm the stupid one, and maybe this is the best fix. I mean, I hate to admit that. Gosh. I really hate to admit that. I feel like there's got to be a better way, man. It's an ugly but definitive solution. Right. It's like really ugly. It's really ugly, man. It's like, I wish there was a better way, right? I do like that it solves the problem. There's got to be a better way. You should limit it to only 8 to 10 mobs. Yeah, I wonder how something like that would work. Like if it was 1 pack or maybe 2 packs, you could slow indefinitely. But like once there's like 8 or 10 mobs aggro, then it kicks in. Like that would maybe be nice. Because then like my main problem is like just a normal situation where you're just a mage trying to run out and just can't slow. It's like super troll. Anyway, retail as AoE caps. Maybe. Why not cap people to 5 dungeons a day? I don't know. I think people like the dungeon spam too. Yeah, make it so 6 mobs can be pulled, not the 7th. They can't be slowed anymore. Oh, okay, 6 or 7. Here's the thing, Blizzard's trying to get a quick fix because the real fix is pathing. The abuse is only possible because mob pathing is broken. I mean, that's just kind of the game, though. If you jump over a fence, what do you want the mobs to do? Jump over the fence over you? Like that would be like fundamentally changing everything if they change that. Yo, Paper, thanks for the prime.
Time will tell whether this actually meaningfully inhibits gold farmers and bots. They are like and seem to have a counter for whatever Blizzard does.
Right. Well, that's exactly right. So you stop botting in this way. It's not like the bots are like, oh man, can't bot anymore, guys. Let's pack it up and go home. No, they're gonna figure out the next best way to bot, right? And then the next best way will somehow be better than this way, probably. So it's like, that's what happens. Yeah, Sengit, what's good?
I've been in Portugal the last 2 weeks, but thought I'd hop on and say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
Stoked for TBC.
Love the Portugal. Very stoked for TBC, but it's very close to midnight. Yo, Silas, thanks for the tier 1. Merry Christmas. It's January 8th, but definitely. When TBC AoE was nerfed, the open world felt live again. So you're saying like less people are getting boosted? I mean, I think that's fair, yeah. Having said that, you can just boost now. You can just pay for boost too. I guess only to 58 though. Is there WoW tokens in TBC? I feel like I should know the answer to this. There's none in... No. Okay. That's what I thought. But they added them... When did they add them to Classic before? Was it Kata? They haven't announced it yet? Yeah, they... Oh, did they add it in Wrath last time? They added it in Wrath last time. Okay. So, I mean, bro, honestly, in a perfect world, and we don't live in a perfect world, but if it was a perfect world of Warcraft, it would be Blizzard gets rid of all 100% of bots, and there's no WoW token. And you might think, well, crap, I wouldn't have time to farm gold. But the prices of everything would drop by like a factor of like, I mean, bro, if no one bought gold and no one from Blizzard or from sites, like everything would be so cheap. Everything would be like pennies. You know what I mean? It would be crazy, but that would never happen. It would never happen. I've been trying to explain this to people for years. I mean, it would never happen. Never happen. Yo, Jared, thanks for the prime. What class for TBC? I think Pala. Make all gold bound? Done. What does that even mean? Make all gold bound to yourself? You can't trade? Like what? What does it even mean? I like how Fellowship did gold, honestly. How did they do it? I would pay to be this guy's barber. Are you talking about me or Kago? What's going on? Dude, we're playing WoW here.